Hi, this today's topic is how the form validation work and how is the form validation procedure made. So let me quickly go through it. So first of all, I'll explain a little bit novelities about the form, the JSON form. So this is our application. If you go and log in, see the topics which I'll be covering. This will be I'll kind of divide this into two videos. First is how to find the screen ID, what is screen ID, what is server-side validation, what is JSON form, how is the validation fired, validation in action. I'll show you all these things. Okay. So let this login happen quickly. It should not take that much of time. Okay. Sorry about that delay. So fine. Now when you go in this application, there are two types of forms generally. There are ASP forms and JSON forms, and React forms rather, you should say. So how do you recognize whether this form is React or a ASPX form? The basic thing is, now if you see when I click here, you see here it will start with start ERP index, right? If you go and see in the left hand corner, down at the left hand corner, totally left, just above the start arrow, it is GEE-02:999001 /start/ERP/index, and then there is one ID. This ID is very important. This is called screen ID, and everything on the form plays around through this screen ID. Okay. So now you know what is the screen ID. In this case it is 3055. If I click here, okay, this will come for a second on top, 3051, but if you want to see it afterwards, just hover your mouse here and see left hand corner here. In this corner, if you see, it will be 3051. So this is how we find the screen ID. Okay, now what is form validation? I'll show you form validation. So if I go into teacher module and class teacher monitor mapping, now I have something here. I have take attendance teacher is equal to class teacher. This is what I am saying. Now I want, if this is tick, then even if I change the class teacher, it will automatically fire the validation, and it says that it will give you the message and change the name of the teacher. Now if you see it again, validation fire staff ID and class teacher ID should be the same, so it again changed it. Now if I remove this and then try to do, it will let you do. So how I am controlling this behavior is through validation. Now validation can be fired on any of the controls, which is clickable control. It can be fired on any of the control, and behind the scenes you call a procedure where the values of all these controls are passed in, and then you control how to manipulate the things. This is called form level validation. There are other examples as well which can be shown to this. Now let me take you on the JSON. So what is the JSON ID of this? If I take my mouse here, the JSON ID is 3019. Okay, I go to server. I'll tell you the location of all the JSONs as well. So if I come here and I see 3019 is the JSON ID. I'll do edit with Notepad++. Now this is a very delicate. Even the comma, the spellings are case sensitive. You can't write capital C, or this is, anyone who knows JSON knows about it, but now I am highlighting a different fact. So behind this form, what you was looking at it right now is every form has got a JSON. JSON is it contains that what are the controls it will have, what kind of a form it will have. It contains all those things. Okay, so now you see this JSON has the fields on the form, and you see we want to see the class teacher, we want to see this checkbox, and we want to see these forms. And one thing I want to show you, how do you know whether this will fire a validation. Now if you see in the validation, every form has every control. This is one control. Now this control is, the label is attendance is equal to class teacher and ID is this is a checkbox control. Now when I write server side is equal to true, that means whenever there will be a change in value of this control, their validation will fire. How validation is tracked, how validation is captured in the backend, I'll tell you. So again, when we go here, class teacher underscore ID, you see server side is equal to true. Whenever there would be a change in class teacher value of this control, this is a list box, validation will fire. Now you again see attendance teacher, and just for, so what we have done is on these, all these three control, what we are saying is whenever there is a change of value, you go and check is everything okay or not. So this is what we essentially say. So server side is equal to true. This is how we are tracking it, right? We are even firing in this other attendance teacher, but we'll see whether we want to implement or not. But this is how the validation is fired from the form. Okay, what else is left for the agenda? Validation in action. How is the, I have covered all these topics. So thank you for this. I'll create a next video for the procedure validation procedure.